The Rapsodo MLM2PRO. Maybe you love it, maybe you hate it, but if you hate it, you might not truly understand it, because this is one of the most impressive game improvement launch monitors out there, especially at this price point. But one thing you can't deny is that Rapsodo is truly listening to its customer base, because I'm doing another beta test, and this should be released pretty shortly here, because Rapsodo is testing 2 new features. Now, if you are a subscriber of mine, you may notice that I'm in a pretty different setup today. I am actually moving. I've got more content coming out for that soon, but I'm kind of jumping the gun here, skipping ahead, because I really wanted to get this test out here. So we've got the Rapsodo app up here, and notice that there is a new button under the play mode, and that is closest to the pin. So let's take a look at these brand new modes. Let's start with closest to the pin. So when this comes up, we're going to get to select a course. Why not Bethpage Black? You get the option for multiple players, including their email address. So I'm wondering if their results are going to get emailed. Going to use my son's name here. Okay, so we've got a couple of players here, and I just want to see the differences between doing 1 and 2 players here. So we've got 3 different distances. We could pick the 161 to 230, 152 to 195, or 128 to 178. I haven't been playing a whole lot of golf because I've been moving, so let's play off the red tees here. So we can select one of these 3 holes. These are the par 3s, I assume. Hole 3, 8, 14, 17. Let's just take out 17 to make this a little quicker. We can add a scoring penalty if you miss the green. I kind of like that, and I think we'll do that. 10% off the fringe, 20% off the rough. So it seems like they really thought about this here. Shots per hole. You can go from 1 all the way up to 5. Let's do 2 per person here. We're not doing anything crazy. You know what? Let's do 2 per person, so that way we can see how the shot rotations go. You can have it score based on the best shot, based on the average score, because it calculates a score, or the total score for every single shot. I think I'd like to do the best shot. Then it actually now saves all your settings, which just makes setup a little bit easier. If you're always hitting into a net, if you're always using the Callaway Chrome Soft X Ball, you don't have to change any of these settings. So we'll leave those as default. I actually changed these a few minutes ago. Okay, so this is high graphics. This isn't even max graphics. And I gotta say, I don't know, I haven't been on here in a while, but maybe they've improved. So first hole, 174 yards. I did already align myself a few minutes ago as well. And if you want to know more about this unit, I've got a lot on my channel, playing videos, GS Pro, a really great third-party application that you can use alongside this launch monitor. So there's a lot to it. So we got 174 yards here. We'll put the shot metrics on. We can turn flyovers on or off. We can see the scorecard here. We can adjust the tracer, the quality, the alignment. So there's a lot we can do. But I really like auto replay with the Rapsodo so that you can see your shot after you hit it. So enough talking. Not a great strike. Not terrible, it's a little thin. Does look to be straight. Got on the green at least, I think. Okay, so it says 48.5 feet to the pin. So you're going to get all your metrics. And look at this. Love that replay. Love seeing my impact. I know that was not a great strike. So I go twice in a row. That's kind of the question I had. Does it alternate, or is it just me twice? So your first player will always go twice. Honestly, not a whole lot better. Yeah, I mean, just a hair. Pretty straight though. And this does measure the curvature of the ball. So at least I'm thankful I hit it straight. We could turn off this auto replay. I just wanted to show it to you guys. Now we got player 2. Player 2's target says 232 yards. So I must have missed that. You can add different pins for different players. That might draw. It's a little toey. And it's really just not the right club. Okay, so you get a 20% penalty being in the rough. I do feel like that was better. Tried to straighten it out. Not going to stay on the green. Okay. And still a 20% penalty for hitting that rough. Okay. So 176 yards, almost the same distance as the first hole. For me, for player 1, I wish I picked the correct tee though for player 2. That is a bummer. Wasn't happy with that one. Oh, get up. I shouldn't be anywhere near that water. Alright, 74 feet away almost. On the fringe, so I got a little bit of a penalty there when it comes to the score. Let's see if I can do something better here though. Ah, it's a little left. The strike was better, but it was left. Everything's responding pretty well in the bunker, so we get plus 25%. I do like those penalties, and you can turn them on or off. So now player 2 is at 209 yards. Yeah, came out a little left. $116 feet. That one should be more right. All right, it's safe to say I don't have it today, but we're just taking a look here. I like the whole flyovers. This obviously isn't perfectly representative of Bethpage, but pretty cool nonetheless. Here's a distance I can hopefully do well at. Maybe just a hair left. Okay. $20 feet. Not too bad. Maybe better. Yeah. I'll take that. That's gotta be like, what, 12 feet? Alright, 156 for player 2. Oh, a little bit too much draw probably. But it's on. You could always adjust your aim too. So if I'm hitting a draw, I might want to aim out there. Come on. Ah, didn't clear the bunker. Okay, so it's obvious that player 2 did not do as well. So here we go overall. Player 1, 114. It took my best shots. Shot 2 was the best shot every single time to come up with my score. Added in those penalties. Player 2, same thing. It underlines the best score, adds them up. Okay, and then it's going to give you a survey. I love that Rapsodo is always trying to improve. Course looked great. I didn't have any issues with it. No issues. If you have any issues, you can describe it. I mean, I love that from Rapsodo. Okay, second thing we've got that's new is the target range. The closest to the pin's definitely going to be great for somebody who wants to do that simulation, but they still want to improve, let's say. All right. Now, it's making me pick my settings here again, even though I thought we were good. We're going to hit at sea level. It says I can do max graphics, but I really do think I'm going to stay at high because I'm recording on my phone. Might have some other apps open. Okay, it looks like we have more targets now, quite possibly. Let's just do randomize. You can pick a distance. So let's say you're doing wedge training. I can go from, let's say, 50 yards up to 100 yards. And it's going to give, look at all these targets that light up on the right on the map. Now that's really cool. What club do I have? All right, I'm going to get a wedge. Let's go from 66 to 101. I don't know. Shots per target. You get to select how many shots per target. This is great because GS Pro has one of these. I typically like to do 2 shots per target. Hit 1 and then give yourself 1 redemption. First target, 88 yards down 6 feet. I may not be perfectly aligned either. Okay, I hit that a little too far, but now I get a redemption. I think this is a great feature because, you know, it's the little things, but having to switch your target after every shot can be a little bit annoying if you want to do something like this. I thought that was better. Still a little bit left. Didn't hit that green at all. Okay, now we're down to 66 yards. See if I hit it. Yeah. And off the back. These little greens are hard to hit. They are tough to hit. I'd have to land that short. We'll see if that one did better by any chance. Ooh. Same thing, just over. So right now everything's performing flawlessly. This is just a beta test, but it's looking really good. This is going to play about 97 yards because it's just a little downhill. I pulled that. Carry 92, so it was really close to that target, just a little bit left. Without having a projector on, sometimes I do really lose my target. And it looks like my mat may be pointed a little bit left. It just could be just a mental thing. That was better. That's where I need to hit it. Come on. Oh. Would like to hit one of these greens. But imagine you want to dial in your wedges. This is exactly how you would do that. 75 yards down 11 feet. We're on a different tee box, it looks like. This is playing about 72, 71. Might have yanked it just a hair. But we finally hit one on the green. I can see all my metrics. It's getting me actually some club data as well. And of course, once again, we have the auto replay. And so if I'm practicing, this is really like having a coach over my shoulder. Good swing. Come on. Just a hair long. But look at that. This comes up right away. Love seeing that impact. It's so powerful. All right, how would I change this? wasn't seeing it. So I'm going to restart. So some kinks to be worked out. See, I had to restart the session to get back to the randomizer. Let's give myself like a somewhere from a pitching wedge to a 9-iron distance. Okay, 138 downhill that far. It's got to be playing 130. I like that swing. "17 feet away." Of course, now I'm warming up. So I get a redemption. That was thin, not great. Probably in the water. Yep, just off the bank. Am I still at the same target? I think I'm at the same target still. Maybe that's still at 3 shots. Thought I selected 2. I know I yanked that one. One thing about the MLM2PRO is the accuracy is incredible. I mean, I saw it hit to the left over here, felt like a little draw, and that's just what it shows. We're at the same target again, and that could be because I'm limited by how many targets there are. It's possible. There we go. That's more out to the right like it should be. But I hit it pretty straight. 9 feet. Nice. We'll see if it will give me a different target after this next ball. Little more left, but pretty good, I think. "18 feet. So I could be limited by how many targets there are for this proximity. It's not giving me a new target. This target range is quite fun though. Hit a couple of wood shots. I like that. .148 smash is pretty cool. Maybe I should end this there. I'll hit one more at the risk of embarrassing myself because I'm going to go play Bethpage after this on GS Pro. I swung a little harder. Just a little bit. I'm warming up. 149 smash on that one. Yeah, the target range is fun. This is a great range. Running it straight off my phone. As you can see, it's not lagging at all. So, you know, we'll see this update soon from Rapsodo, but I think once again they're nailing it. And the thing is, if you're looking for a launch monitor that they're going to continue working on and not just leave you in the dust, once you buy that lifetime membership, I think Rapsodo is the company to do that. They've been doing that for, you know, almost 3 years now. That's how long this unit's been out there. And they're just continuing to listen to the community. We've asked for closest to the pin. We've definitely asked for more options, the randomizer like this that we're now getting because GS Pro has it and it's a great feature, but not everyone can invest in a gaming laptop that's powerful enough to run GS Pro. So Rapsodo is really moving in the right direction. We're seeing better graphics, we're seeing club data. If you want something that you can get in, you know, still relatively early, I'd say, and continue to watch it grow and get better, this for a $700 buy-in, you really can't beat it. For $700, you get a 45-day trial of their premium subscription, which gives you access to the course play. Spin data is kind of locked behind that paywall, so you really need the premium subscription. But for $700, you can try it out for 45 days. But you want a company that's constantly improving. Rapsodo does that. The MLM2PRO is a great device. Hopefully this look at the beta was useful to you. I'm excited for these new features because this is a great unit to get set up quick and just hit a few balls. If I only have 10-15 minutes, I'll do that. And yeah, that randomizer is going to be great, and that new closest to the pin is going to be really cool too. So look out for more of these videos with the MLM2PRO. We review other launch monitors. I use the Square quite a bit. I'm using the Mevo Gen 2. If you're new to my channel, got a lot more to come because this is a temporary setup. I just got this set up yesterday. Kind of nervous to hit some balls into it because it's just a cheap net, but we're going to be doing some more reviews on some cheap budget setups and other components and things like that. So if you're new here, consider subscribing if you like this kind of content. And if you've been subscribed, thank you so much for being here once again. See you next time at Unreal Golf.